All right, we'll use the same format here for this. We'll have an opening statement from Coach Daniels, and then we'll get to questions for the student athletes so they can be dismissed. If you have any further requests, you can contact Rob Bentley, SID for Ferris State. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
Okay, thank you. I feel very blessed and privileged to continue moving forward. Obviously, I felt like we played a fairly strong game, and that's typical of how we play there in terms of our coverage in the defensive zone. And when we made mistakes, I thought Taylor Nelson was more than up to the task tonight. I did think partway through, maybe a little bit in the second, there was times when we weren't playing so well, and that was due to the fact we haven't played enough games lately. And to some extent, I know it worked against Denver to play as much as they have, but it also kind of worked against us, I think, to the extent in that we were a little bit sloppy with passes in the first period. We had some pucks bouncing that we normally would have handled much better, but I thought as the game went on that we improved, and I think we'll be a better team tomorrow for the game we got under our belt today.
All right, we'll go with questions for the student athletes. Frank.
Max Sullivan, Michigan Daily. Taylor, how much did the loss to Bowling Green weigh on your mind the past few weeks and maybe even tonight?
It didn't. To be perfectly honest with you, it didn't. We had to put that in the past. I mean, for a quick couple days after that series, it hurt pretty bad, but at the same time, we were given the opportunity for a tournament berth, and quickly our minds shifted to the upcoming game. As far as preparation goes, it was like every other weekend. We just had to come to practice in the weight room, ready to work hard like we had all season long. And as far as it weighing in on today's game, no, we put that in the past. So.
Zach Helfand, College Hockey News. Chad, Coach Daniels talked yesterday about how lethal Denver can be in transition. What did you guys do tonight to slow Denver down?
Well, they are very good at transitioning, and we just made sure we had to keep our gaps up as a defenseman and try to make them dump the puck. It seemed like if they had an opportunity, Taylor was there to help us out there, so we didn't really change our game plan much at all. We just we knew that in the back of our heads, and we just stayed up as defensemen.
Marty Selector, Pioneer in Big Rapids. This is for all the players. Can you talk about any Ferris State team has gone along with the 2002-3 team and what that means to you?
Oh, it's very special. And Marty, we've had plenty of times to talk about this and during the week, and it's special in the fact that we were able to win the CCHA regular season this year, which the 02-03 team had done, and make it to the tournament, which the 02-03 team had done, and win this first game, which is nice. And right now it's great that we're in that company, but at the same time we really want to push forward. We want to win tomorrow and put ourselves in another level. And it's special for the program that we were able to come in here and do what we did today, and by no means are we going to roll over just because we've tied that mark. We want to keep going.
Yeah, just to follow up on that, we feel about 50% satisfied. We've done, we got the first game done, but we're looking to get 2 wins out of this weekend, and I don't think we'll be happy unless we get that. So we're definitely looking forward to tomorrow, and it should be a good one.
Chad, do you got anything?
We're excited about tomorrow. We've worked hard all year, and we understand that you have to come to play and play to win. It's an honor to be in this position, and we're excited about this opportunity.
George Supple, Detroit Free Press. For Chad and Taylor, can you talk about the final 2 minutes when they had pulled their goal there?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. We have done a great job all season long of getting in shot lanes, and I'm talking from the forwards as well to the defensemen. We got plenty of guys on the team. Actually, every guy on the team is willing to put their body on the line and sacrifice. And it really meant a lot because Denver has got that very potent offense. They constantly had guys standing back door ready to put home a rebound or make a quick pass. And the fact that we upped the pressure on their defensemen to force them to have to, pass the puck out of the shooting lane or to block those shots was key. I just thought it was a great 2 minutes for our team playing down a man.
Chad?
Taylor touched on a lot of the aspects, but it was pretty exciting. You go all game long, and you have the lead there for the last 2 minutes, and you basically have to think in your head that you're not tired or anything. You're going to want to do is anything you can to close that off. So it was pretty exciting, but we knew that guys had to block shots, and Taylor was there to back us. But it was definitely a little nerve-wracking as well. But you just try not to think about it at all. You just want to get through that 2 minutes and get the victory.
Pete Cunningham, AnnArbor.com. Taylor, did you hear the loud goal, and did you think it was going to be a goal or no?
No, I didn't. I wasn't too worried about it. Knew the puck or the whistle had gone prior to the puck going in, because I had heard the whistle and then felt their player come in afterwards and kind of jolt me a little bit. But to be honest, I was a little bit shocked that they actually went and reviewed it. I didn't think it was that close in my mind, but I guess it was. So, to go back on your question, no, I didn't think it had gone in.
Any further questions for the student athletes? All right, you guys are dismissed. Questions for Coach Daniels? Thank you.
Coach Matt Slavin, Michigan Daily. What do you think a potential rematch with Michigan would mean to your team?
I don't know what it would mean. I mean, it'd be great if we play them. I'd be happy for Michigan if they win, but if we play Cornell, I'd be happy for that too. Truly, I said yesterday that I thought all four teams here had an equal opportunity to advance out of this region, and I think that was pretty typical, the 2-1 game that easily could have gone Denver's way. I mean, just as easily they could have won that game, and I think you'll see in this game it'll be a very similar type outcome. It'll probably be a one-goal game, and so it would be, to us, it's so contrite, but it's so true. It doesn't really matter to us who we play. We're just thrilled to be here, and we're excited about being in the championship for the regional tomorrow.
Zach Helfand, College Hockey News. You talked a little bit yesterday about the nerves last time in 2003 in that tournament run. You said it felt different this time. Can you compare the feel after the first game in 2003 to the feel after this game?
Yeah, I was, that year, I don't think I enjoyed it as much. It was just so many different things when you come to the NCAA tournament, the way it's conducted, the way it's run, and it all leads to applying a little bit more pressure on us. And it was different. This year, I made sure that when we came here, I just enjoyed the experience. I'm so proud of what the team had accomplished this past season, and I just, refuse to get too caught up in results at that point. So I'm definitely enjoying it. Although I can say the last 4 minutes of that game, I was as nervous as I've been in a long time, once again. And I know there was a question by George, how the last 2 minutes felt. I believe that was you, George, that asked that. And there was a shift right around between the 5 and the 4 minute mark where it stayed in our end for almost 2 minutes, and we couldn't get our guys off the ice. And boy, I thought that was a crucial part of the game. That it was almost like we couldn't even chase or pursue the puck. We just kind of stayed around our net and kept it out and tried to catch we just needed a whistle bad. But I thought that was a critical moment, and that was the time when I thought for sure that we were going to get a heck of a scoring chance, or we were going to end up shorthanded. And I just give the 5 guys that were out there a lot of credit for digging deep and keeping it out of our net.
Already selector Pioneer. Coach, did you talk about Simone Denis' first career goal? It was a good time for him to light the lamp at this time of year.
It's hard to believe, isn't it, that when you get to this stage of the NCAAs, I think Denver had a similar experience last weekend in overtime. I think it was against Duluth, where the one forward got his first goal. And it's kind of interesting you can get to this point, but with Simone, to start the year, he came off shoulder surgery in the summer, and he was way behind in terms of strength and conditioning. And he didn't play when the season started, but you could see that he had a lot of offensive upside. From his numbers, I believe he's got 12 assists on the year. He's an offensive defenseman. If anything, it's been surprising he hasn't scored earlier. He's had lots and lots of opportunities, and he's got a terrific shot. I think as time goes on, he defers a lot to Chad Billins, the senior, on power plays, but I think as time starts to march forward in years to come, Simone will end up on the score sheet quite a bit.
And also your thoughts on the passing, which set up a lot of your scoring opportunities. Was that a big factor in setting those chances up?
I thought we were really, as I said earlier, we were very sloppy in the first. And the will to want to win and play was there. It was just the execution was really poor in terms of puck handling. I felt, too, that the extended TV timeouts worked against us, too. If we could just kind of kept rolling, I think we could have gotten rid of some nerves. But there was some nervousness there, and we really did mishandle a lot of pucks. But then I did think, as the game wore on, our passing, receiving improved greatly.
Pete Cunningham, AnnArmor.com. I was down here in the media room and I saw Brutus was here during...
Can you talk about rank up there with some of the performances that he's had this year, given the magnitude of the situation?
Yeah, I would place that right near the top tonight. And I think it was mentioned earlier, too, opportunities, we did a good job of blocking shots, but there was a number of times the puck was around our crease where I thought he battled very hard. Denver's extremely strong on their sticks. They're heavy on loose pucks, and I thought Taylor did a terrific job of not only making the first save, but eliminating too many rebound opportunities. And you can see on the goal that was disallowed the type of battles that went on around the net if there was loose pucks laying around. And I thought Taylor did an exceedingly good job today of making sure that those pucks didn't lay around the net. And so I would rank that as good a performance as he's had all year. And trust me, he's had a lot of great ones, but that would be second to none.
All set, guys? All right, thanks a lot.
He was physically engaged a lot, and so I couldn't see, and I'm sure George would have to say, tell you about it, but I couldn't see to me where he missed a step. If he was down 10, 15%, he was quite a player regardless tonight.